Hey guys, we're back with Genshin, and we're going to do this stuff first, and then I think we're going to do another story quest. I don't know which one yet. Last time we did Arlecchino's, which, Arlecchino. Can't wait to have her as a future ex-wife. But I'm going to figure out which one I want to do after all this stuff. Alright, so we go to, okay, of course. And then she's like, hey, I want you to get me some eggs. We need eggs for Sarah. Okay. Told ya. Told ya every time. Every time I do it, it's the same one. And of course, I don't have any eggs right now, so there's that. I know there's eggs right up here somewhere. But I don't know what time it's right now. Because you have let's see, are they out? No. Well, looks like we're gonna have to make it daytime. Draff is out there, and he sells eggs, meat, and chicken. So Pepe, there he is. There's Draff. It's Diona's daddy. Like, really? Yeah, that's Diona's dad. Hunted. So you see raw meat. I mean, 10 raw meats. That's really good. The chicken's easy enough, or the fowl's easy enough. But the eggs, really annoying to get. They really are. I don't like having to climb on top of rooftops and trees to get them. You should be able to just buy them like a normal person. But, you know, sometimes this game wants to be a little more complicated than need be. Because why buy eggs in a store, like with everything else, when you can just climb on top of roofs and get them that way? Alright, so...
Stabilize!
Alright, Skirk, do your thing. Doesn't matter if you're a cryo mage. All fall before Skirk. There we go. Alright, let's go back to Sarah and give her the freaking eggs. Oh, God. Alright. Give me it. Your stupid fucking eggs, man. Alright, on winery. I'm still thinking in my mind who I wanna... I mean, I've said before, I really, really want to do Mizuki's story, because I don't think I really appreciated it the first time. Like, I was into it, but I don't really think I fully appreciate, like, that cutscene at the end. Only after I went back and watched it and really listened to the music, and it's just... Only then did I fully, really, you know, with the story, it just... So, I don't know, I might want to do Mizuki's, but... I've already done it on my other account, but I haven't done it on this one. Alright, where else are we going? Oh boy. I love going to Dragonspine. It's by far one of my favoriteest places to go. That's sarcasm, by the way. I really don't like... I mean, Dragonspine was really, really cool.
Nice and cool.
I know, that's exactly what I said.
Places like this.
Well, maybe people would like Natland more if it did. Instead, it's sunshine and happiness all the time. But, yeah, it was the whole idea of this... I mean, I think it was the novelty of, you know, because from this very start of the game, we were able to see this mountain in the distance, and we were like, oh man, what's over there? Can't wait to see... And then we get to explore this huge mountainous region, and it's covered in snow, and you need goulash to freaking make it through, so that way your little thing down there doesn't, you don't freeze to death. And it was really, really nice. But now it's just like, okay, well, it's lost the appeal. Lore-wise, it's really cool. So if you're like a lore buff, yeah, great. Having to do with Celestia and Durin and all that other stuff, it's great.
There is no escape.
But
Mine to wield.
mine to wield. I just love how quick she is, even for those brief few seconds.
This is order.
This is order.
Burn it down.
None can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi. You know, I also heard
Clear
that.
skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning.
I love you, A. I really
Divine
do.
bolts can strike even in
I
the
have all my
absence
future
of rain.
ex-wives
Do you see
on
that
my
tree?
team here. And my future ex-husband.
Illusion shattered.
There we go. And now we just gotta go back. And I see Thoma. Thoma's like, hey, can you come talk to me? He's like the Inazuman child. You know? Not child like child, but like Tartaglia, you know, Ajax. That child. Yes, I made the delivery. I delivered the goods. Oh. Oh yeah, from the login and then for completing. Yeah.
Add Astra.
Abasask.
Thank you for completing today's.
Thank you. All right. How many primos do I have? 851? There's more freaking Pokemon than that. And then I have primos. Okay. Risley, Chiori, Sigewinne. Sigewinne? Miss Sigewinne. I mean, I do love Sigewinne. She is adorable. The little Melusine who cares so much about you, but like in order to keep you in bed, if you're trying to, you know, if she wants you to get better and she's treating you, she will outright break your knees. And then she'll laugh as she does it and say how she knows best and that you'll be perfectly fine after you get some rest. Like, she's not doing it out of malice. She just does what she thinks will help you recover. I mean, of course, she'll have to fix your kneecaps afterwards, but she's like, there you go. Now you don't need to worry about getting up. Now you can lay in bed and rest. Tee-hee. You know what? Let's go party with Miss Sigewinne. Miss Sigewinne. Beauty expert. Because that's what Sigewinne is known for. Beauty. Not for being a nurse or anything, but beauty. Are we sure this isn't Shiori's? I don't think I've ever, even on my, yeah, I don't think I've done this one yet. Like I said, I do love Sigewinne. I love the Melusines in general. They're just absolutely adorable. And I remember first seeing like teasers for Fontaine, and they're showing the Melusines. I'm like, I don't know what those are, but I want one. They are absolutely adorable. Hello, everyone. The Archon has arrived.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is. Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Huh, looks like it. Oh, Sigewinne's here too.
Hello, hello, Miss Sigewinne.
Hey there, Sigewinne.
Aw, what are the chances?
Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy.
You know it.
You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here, Sigewinne?
Getting something from Monsieur Nivelette?
The Duke insists I take regular vacations in the court of Fontaine.
I mean, Risley is the one who has to convince her to take time for herself because she's so hardworking and she does genuinely care that she does overwork herself.
This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. I like to keep up with the latest industry developments when I can, to help me with my magazine articles. Wait, you write? For a magazine? Which one?
The Steambird?
It's called Beautés en Fleur, and
Beautés
it's
en
run by the
Fleur.
Fontaine Beauty Association. I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Maritime Flower.
Oh, that's absolutely adorable. And it also kind of harkens back to her demo, where she says that you know, Maritime flowers have all the good stuff, or rather, the petals have all the good stuff. But just the fact that her pen name is Maritime, I love her.
Oh, wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association!
Since when did you start reading beauty mags? Since when can Paimon read?
What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty! I really like this role. The staff at cosmetic shops are always so polite. And as long as I wear a big smile on my face, I always get the best customer service.
As long as you wear a big smile on your face, because you're never fully dressed without it.
Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower.
So what's got you interested in beauty so what got you interested in beauty products, Sigewinne? How did you become a leader in the beauty? The chemicals?
It's because of Sigewinne's love for beauty. Still a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible. The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not.
Oh, like Sigewinne is not what someone would say beautiful, because that's someone you would think of like, you know, older. And while she is extremely old, she still looks like a child. So like cute or adorable or something, those are the kinds of terms and thoughts that would come to someone's mind when describing someone like Sigewinne. She's adorable. You know, no one would look at her and be like, oh man, she's so fucking beautiful. I mean, she may have pleasant features, you know, soft skin or whatever the case is, but she's built like a child. So, so saying beautiful, no, she's adorable, she's cute, she's, she has pleasant features, you know, like I said, the big eyes and the soft skin. You're saying Dean's dating my sister because of her skin. I'm just saying it could be a contributing factor.
Oh, the words of a master beautician defy
Look at Harry Potter.
comprehension. Oh, wait, you're saying that natural beauty is the highest form of beauty, right? Not really. Actually, Melosian aesthetics are very different from human ones. We don't view humans based on their appearance.
But what the content of their character?
If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
No, it's exactly what I said, because Melosians aren't known, they're like children. So people wouldn't look at them, and they're not going to strive to be something beautiful, because for them, that's a human perspective. And for them, they don't see themselves as beautiful, they just see themselves as cute. They're small, they're childlike, they're very bubbly and bouncy and full of personality and fun and this and that. And that's not something people would generally contribute to to beauty. But it's nice that Sigewinne outright said, it's like, no, we're basically just cuteness.
Oh, really? Yep. Still, I really value my current appearance, and in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about skincare and stuff.
It really helps when she starts bruising all the residents of the Fortress of Meripede, the ones who are supposed to be, laying there and relaxing. Yeah, beauty, skincare, and all that really helps cover up the bruises after she's done.
It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise to me, though. Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway? Are you, like, Only half Melusine?
He's like, you don't want to go
Wait,
there.
Sorry. That was probably really offensive, wasn't it?
No, I'm pretty sure she understands.
No, I don't mind. I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form a very long time ago. If you're interested, I could tell you the story.
Yeah, actually, please do.
A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck yeah!
Yeah.
Of course we're interested!
Like a story you would hear about the yokai in Inazuma.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. Do we actually get it, or is it gonna... Okay.
Long ago, humans rejected Melusines, and Melusines feared humans. There was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So, the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient. Your checkup's all done. You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr. Melusine. In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted.
So just because I'm not human, I can't save my best friend? In desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again. And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way.
I fucking hate this game sometimes. Seriously. That is so sad. It's like, yeah, you can save your friend, but if you do, she won't be your friend anymore. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna give up my friendship with her just to make sure she's safe. Fuck you, Oyo. Seriously. Fuck you. This is what people get pissed off at, is because they are so good at telling stories. You know, and why can't the whole game be like this? You know, instead we get a bunch of quests about, you know, talking about food, and like, if we want to be emotional, we want to feel connection to these characters and stuff like that, you're like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like Farina. I have never seen so many grown men tear up during that quest of the Act 5, or the final part of the Archon quest. I have never seen so many grown men tear up just because of how well the game is written. Natlan, when you're doing the final part of that Archon quest, when you're with Sidlali and Shilonin, and you're in that one, I forget what area, but you're kind of having to fight off, or not fight off, but like release the spirits that are kind of joining in. You know, when you see the spirits of Io's grandparents, you're like, no. And at first you see the two Saurian, right? And you're like, what Saurian can, you know, this happens to Saurian too. And then you see the little Saurian run up and you know, you're like, no, please. Okay, that's gotta be Io. So please don't tell me that those are his grandparents, the ones we heard about. Please do not do this to me, game. And then you find out it is Io, and it is his grandparents, and how they refuse to leave his side, even though they know that staying there any longer will cause them to suffer and be in pain until they slowly disappear into nothing. And you're like, please don't do this to me. So Hoyo is so good when it comes to writing stories. But then when with shady business practices that they might indulge in, or something that just pisses us off because we know they could be better than that.
Ooh, a witch? A potion? Why does this sound like a fairy tale? Trust me, it's a true story. Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so,
I want to know who the witch is. I don't know if it's going to be telling, if it's going to tell us through the quest. But we know witches do exist. We know a whole lot of them, you know, known as the Hexen Circle. Witches, mages, whatever you want to call them. But, is it possible that it was one of the members of the Hexen Circle? And considering it had to do with sin, you know, it said something of, you know, born of sin, maybe it was gold. I mean, gold travels around. Is it possible gold gave her? Of course, I don't know if the name of the witch is going to be revealed in the quest, because I've never done this one. So, and I know there's more witches than just a Hexen Circle, but, you know, you're an incredibly kind person, Sigewinne. She is.
yeah, not every melody.
She must be protected at all fucking costs.
That must have been a huge decision.
Yeah.
Treating patients is a doctor's duty. We must always find a way, even when the going gets tough. Ugh. It's so crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melusine, especially when their daughter was so sick.
Yeah, and we see, I think it was Nouvelette's quest, we see how badly Melusines have been treated in the history of Fontaine. They've always been kind of looked at like they're up to no good and they can't be trusted. Which is why when, you know, Nouvelette had a best friend who was a Melusine, you know, not only was Nouvelette ridiculed, but also this Melusine had to go through all this freaking strife, and because it's like, oh, you can't be friends with humans and blah blah blah, and then you see what happened to that Melusine, and you're like, why do you do this to me, game? Why? What have I ever done to you? And if you haven't played through that quest, I recommend it. It is really good. But yeah, Melusines are basically, people are racist against Melusines when all they want to do is help people.
Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier. But that was a long time ago. I like how I look now anyway.
I mean, how can you look at a Melusine and think that this thing is filled with malice? Some people are just ignorant.
I'm in too! You're super cute this way.
Oh. I just love the little swirl that she's got, like a Jigglypuff right there on her.
Now,
It's
on
adorable.
behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale.
Well, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Paimon, if you want to buy any skincare products, I'll be happy to give you some suggestions. Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association? What an honor!
I should get some too, and then give
Allow
some
me
to my sister when I
introduce
see her.
Our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about this product's trials in the newspapers. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes it glow anew, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis and spreading its wings for the first time. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today.
I don't trust him.
Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
I don't trust him.
Now, without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Rawat to tell you all about what Butterfly Dew can do for you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
I don't trust him.
Wow, what a looker.
I just creamed my
He's a
panties.
researcher? Wow, he's really challenging the stereotype.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. Or should I say, my appearance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold somewhat. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person. And yet one's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees us as. But what if I told you that those shackles can be broken? If our appearance prevents us
Ladies
from
and
change,
gentlemen,
then
can
let
I
us
have
first
your
change
attention,
our appearance
please?
itself. Wash away moles, birthmarks, and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence.
Morelli's
Replace them with luster
miracle
and
elix.
radiance, and we shall never
That's
again
what did the
hang our
trick,
heads
so
in shame.
true, so true.
That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Well, whether it actually works or not, after that speech, Paimon's already sold.
Yeah. Smooth talker.
Mr. Rawat, could I ask if you've used this
Of course
product
I have.
yourself?
Of course, I
Does
tried
his
it many
face
times while I
lie?
was testing it. You can consider me a product ambassador.
Wow, then it's sure to work.
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So, could I get a
I'll have you
volunteer
guys
from
do
the
that for
audience
me.
to try it out?
Paimon volunteers!
I really hope that this is like one of those things that also kind of talk about how people go so far for beauty and trying to keep up appearance and caring so much about what others think about them that they'll try things like these elixirs or potions like in this world, or these crazy cosmetic surgeries or whatever, without thinking about the long-term damage that may appear in the future. So, you know, you're putting these weird chemicals on your face and like, oh, I'm gonna be so beautiful, and then you wake up one day and your face is covered in sores and, you know, necrotitis is setting in because and then you wonder what went wrong. But people are so eager to look nice that they're willing to just throw common sense and logic to the side in the hope of looking better. Like, if you're gonna put chemicals on your face, at least know what's going in it first. Again, you could wake up one day and like not even have half a face anymore. You know, and have only, you know, you're waking up looking at like fucking Harvey Dent. You know, bones showing, and so all that for what? The pursuit of beauty? Beauty which is already fading anyway. So. Oh. Uh-oh.
Ah, what an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association here with us. In that case, Miss Sigewinne, could we seek your most expert opinion on this product?
I'm gonna be nice to her because she's been a thorn in my side for years.
Sure.
No. I just want to hug her. This is a little
Is that
bean.
a maritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare products in all of Fontaine.
Here you go.
Here you go. Here's what.
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product.
For now.
Wow, now
Until
that's
Sigewinne
high
ends up looking like
praise.
Few Zamasu after his body started rejecting the human part of him. He's like,
All right, Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is now on sale!
It rapidly decimates the
Think we should buy a bottle
stocks.
too?
Nah, you're cute enough already. Are you paying for it yourself?
Of course you bring up Mora.
Yeah.
Fine, Paimon will pay out of her own pocket and even share it with you. There, does that sound fair?
Fun fact, apparently Paimon doesn't have the pockets, so she keeps all her Mora in her boot. So she would have to pull her boot off and shake the Mora out of it. And that's not something I'm making up. No, she's actually said that she has Mora in her shoes.
And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, Sigewinne's here, so we can get an expert consultation.
The warmth of lies.
Tend to stay a while.
All right.
So it is where many
oh, there
things
she
come
is.
to settle.
Bro, what?
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some flaws in the product.
What's with
so
the
I
sound?
can keep improving it.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become apparent with long-term use. Yet, this one has instant benefits, improving skin quality without any obvious side effects. It's one of a kind.
Obvious side effects.
Don't worry though, I plan to keep using it, and I'll publish regular reviews in Beautés en Fleur. You can read my thoughts there. All you need to do is subscribe.
Maybe $5 a month.
I was hoping for a more casual conversation.
Oh,
but
God.
You are a beauty association leader, after all. I understand if you want to keep this professional.
Sigewinne? Excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert. But do you think this product is a good choice for me and him?
Yes.
Wait. Are you the renowned traveler?
Yeah, so you better not
That's
fuck
right,
with me.
And by his side, the equally famous Paimon.
Well, I don't normally handle customer questions personally, but since it's the traveler asking, allow me to make an exception. Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same on everyone.
Why would it work better on Fontainians?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Miss Paimon.
Alright then. How about a friend discount?
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here, take 2 bottles for free.
For free?
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
What's the catch? Is this a publicity stunt?
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is simply a token of my esteem. There's no business motivation behind it. To me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits, fellow admirers of physical beauty. I consider it a labor of love.
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud. It sounds so shallow.
As it is.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their heads. This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful. And that's exactly what inspired me
Take
to
the
choose
good,
this
you
research
take the
direction in
bad.
the first
You
place.
take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies, but I have other things to attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to use this product for now. Why? Is there a problem with it? The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think I could add some ingredients to the mix to make it more effective.
Maybe some romaritime flour?
Really? Then why didn't you tell Rawat about that?
Why would I?
Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, ooh, now that'll make them really upset.
They have to, like, restart or something.
If I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles for free.
Huh, fair enough, that makes sense.
If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them.
When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier?
Ooh, how can we say no?
As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Meripede. I mustn't leave the infirmary unattended for too long.
Alright, see you there then!
Oh, we gotta go to the... Ugh. Alright. Now, where are we going? We got to get things listed. Oh boy, underwater exploration. My favorite. I mean, I'm not really one for underwater stuff in any game. But the easier they make it to explore, the better. But I'm still not fond of it.
Just up ahead, Traveler. The ingredients for Sigewinne should be nearby.
Probably right there. I'm probably looking at the ingredients as they slowly move towards me.
Solidify.
Uh-huh. Alright, Skirk, do your thing. Did it? Okay, it's already there. Okay. And... kind of like right in the middle, but... under the sea. Under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Okay, looks like we just gotta kill this one over here. I'd rather use the ray blades or whatever they want to be called.
Great! That's
In your
everything.
face.
Let's head to the Fortress of Meripede.
I don't want to though. I think that's an underwater, the fortress one. Yep. I'm good. Probably not the right place, though. Dude, I don't care about your... I don't care. Might as well just grab some stuff while I'm here, then. We could also go see Risley. Anytime now. Ah! No! 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 Oh! You know, realism. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious, though. Up and out! I hope you guys don't mind me having a cycle of a motor variety. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure this doesn't have anything to do with the thing I'm doing here. I need to go see Sigewinne. Sigewinne? Miss Sigewinne. Hello! Is that Risley?
Whoa, the infirmary is packed.
Sure.
You have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exactly like me.
Got it? Okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, I have a few tests to run. Take a deep breath, and don't worry. It's nothing to be nervous about. First, which finger am I holding up?
All of them?
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine. I'm not crazy.
She pokes him in the eye.
good.
Focus!
Now, on to the next.
Hey there, Your Grace.
Hey, Riz.
It's been a while, huh?
Ah, it's you two.
Ah, it's you
Indeed
two.
it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
Perfectly fine.
No worries. Actually, we were looking for Sigewinne. Do you, know what all of this is about?
A boot.
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
A doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kinda looks like him?
And that's what I thought when the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles him. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him for a medical evaluation.
All right, very good. Take a sip of water and rest for a bit.
just,
Evaluation complete.
just pretend you're Monsieur
I can
Neuvillette
find
and take a
any
sip of
symptoms
fucking
pointing to
water.
a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive faculties.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation.
What? No! Please don't do this to me!
The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but I'll have to leave this to you.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
You're so sweet.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must
Hey there.
be important. You probably won't need to add them to your observation list, though.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you.
We're here just as you wanted.
Hey there, Sigewinne! It's actually not that important.
We just got the ingredients you
but-
wanted.
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me. Goodbye for now.
Later, Risley.
Okay, bye-bye!
So long.
So, Sigewinne,
Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat. I won't be long.
oh, sure.
Duty calls.
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Is he seeing things too?
Okay, don't panic. Let's start by sitting him down here.
Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Sigewinne. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare.
Patience, Paimon. She'll help us. We just need to wait. In the meantime, we could offer help to Sigewinne. Or offer to help Sigewinne. We need to wait.
Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work.
Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first.
Did his face melt? What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress. But since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the symptoms.
So, are we going to find out this man who's having his face melt off used the butterfly dew? See? That's what I tell ya. People use things all the time, not thinking about the long-term issues it may cause. They're looking for short-term release, or relief, rather, but it's going to cause long-term problems. So this dude having his face melt off because what, you want it to look pretty?
Oh, this is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares the rat to death? Would that be our fault?
The Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to do with the case Risley's dealing with?
Imagine you see that, like, they bring this dude in for interrogation. He's like, his face is like, did I scare you? And they're like, not at all. Please, have a seat.
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
You done gawking?
Or, you know what would be really funny is if the butterfly dew has a way of bringing out the true ugliness in someone. And that's the reason why his face is melting off.
Not yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melusines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, you just look like a little kitty with slightly scruffy fur, but still just as cute.
Oh, that is by far the cutest fucking thing I've heard in a long time. Adam's not too pleased with that. Adam, do you have something to say to Grandpa? I'm sorry, did you find it offensive what I said? He's like, my little mews, are they not the cutest fucking thing you've heard in a while, Grandpa? Aw. This is Adam for people who don't know. Look how big he is. He's only a year old. He's fucking massive. But he has this little tiny baby mew. You know, not a deeper or more adult sounding, you know, meow. He's like, mew, mew, mew. And you poot it again. You freaking cats and pootin' every time someone picks you up. They're like, we only do that to the ones we love the most. Adam. Mwah. Hello? Look at that face. We can't see his face. It's like a void. My little eldritch terror. My little eldritch terror. I'm sure you're asking yourself why you named him Adam. That's such a regular, boring name. All my black cats have had biblical names. I have Lucifer, I've had Lilith, I've had Judas. Now I have Adam. If he was a girl, I was going to plan on naming him Eve, but he turned out to be a boy, so I named him Adam instead.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my cell.
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? Your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now.
Oh,
Tell
God.
me if it hurts, all right?
Look how nice Sigewinne's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of work.
Yep.
Can I leave now?
Eh, good
Oh,
gushy.
not a peep. Oh, what a brave little guy.
Oh.
Thank you, Sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the ingredients?
We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything. You're busy saving lives here.
Oh, don't be silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just hand me the ingredients, and I'll make some time to whip it into the improved version for you. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration
I
area.
guess that's what we'll be doing. Pancreation tournament.
Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, Sigewinne?
Make it a token of our gratitude. Keep our faces from melting off.
It's the least we could do.
Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others. Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition. I gotta warn you, though, it'll be tiring work. So I suggest you take a break first, then come back and see me when you...
Yep. Beauty expert. Alright, Sigewinne, let's go. I'm gonna get this over with and get out of here.
Ready, Sigewinne. What's our first mission?
I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
Okay.
What for?
Yeah.
I need you to pretend to be sick.
What?
Boo, you whore.
Is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time.
Oh, so you knew.
I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates, and you played along very well, Paimon. I observed you two for quite a while after that.
Oh.
Well, this is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again now?
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Please just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure.
Okay.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh. I thought that was me.
Hey, Doc. It's me.
Yeah.
I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it. So annoying.
Such a drag.
Your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. The last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract
I like how
me
he's
from my
dressed like a
work.
1930s
I
paper
thought I'd be able to have
newspaper
some
child.
fun here at the fortress for a few days, but it's always don't do this and don't do that.
Extra.
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well, here's your medicine. 1 cup for starters, and we'll see if it helps.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've got an uncle who caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days.
The uncle. I have an uncle who works at Nintendo.
Can't you just write me a note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure can. You're a very brave boy after all.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Is he like bullshitting us or something?
If you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Traveler, please don't die on Paimon. Paimon will be alone in the world.
Traveler, are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag.
Or that boy's hat.
Huh?
This is someone who
As long
didn't
as you're
take his
tough enough
medicine.
To get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days' rest.
And if I'm not tough enough?
You'll end up like him. Oh, God, my world's going dark. No, you can't leave me like this.
This way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
I think maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
That's amazing. She's like, at least you'll never have to worry about seeing the doctor again, right? Because you'll be dead.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
All done. Great job, you two.
That kid really doesn't know what's good for him.
Just like a kid.
His mother's a guard here. She's been working back-to-back shifts lately, but unfortunately, his father's away on a business trip right now. She had no choice but to bring her son here for the time being.
I was wondering why there was a kid here in the Fortress of
He
Meripede and
seemed to think that the Fortress of
with
Meripede would be
who
all
has a
fun and
family,
games.
like the mom and all
so
that.
you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking
Yes.
his medicine? That's a pretty
Told you,
sneaky
she doesn't
trick.
care what she has
Seems
to
like there's a
do.
whole side to
She
Sigewinne
just
we
wants
never
people
knew
to get
about.
better.
It's a technique I learned from my teacher.
Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a Melazine doctor too?
She was human. She passed away a long time ago.
Oh, sorry.
Like, it's okay. We don't feel
It's
things the way
fine.
you guys do.
I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice when I get to talk about her with other people. She was a traveling doctor, and since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. dealing with the badly behaved ones was her specialty.
Scared them straight.
She used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
Huh, she sounds like a pretty strict teacher.
Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids.
Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like.
As it happens, I actually have a picture of her.
Yeah, she looks like the kind of person. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much what I expected. She's beautiful.
Wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kids.
Yep. All the children she treated thought she was a witch.
Was she the witch?
Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her?
Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for tricks.
A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around.
Oh, me, on the other hand, it's hopeless. Children aren't afraid of me at all.
I would love to see her try to be scary. That would be the cutest fucking thing ever.
Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Would you mind lending me a hand again?
Do I need to cut my leg off this time or something?
Sure thing! On to the next mission!
This is a man who suffers, who refused to have a surgery. Now look at him.
Is it nighttime already? That flew by. You really have a busy job, Sigewinne.
Well, thanks to you two, it was much easier today.
Aww.
Glad we could help.
Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty late.
Sure, you can rest in here.
Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential, so I usually leave it till after everyone's clocked out.
Confidential? Are you sure you can tell us?
Well, it's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know.
We're not living here anymore, and that was only a temporary thing anyway.
Some ingredients to make healthy meals with.
Wait, you mean those healthy meals?
The ones that magically appeared on the third day? I remember those meals.
My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the Coupon cafeteria handle the rest.
Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in it.
Yeah.
You want to find out?
Yeah.
I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels, you can prepare a healthy meal for yourself.
God.
It's really good for you.
How is it possible that one person can be so fucking goddamn cute?
Sure? Guess we can help out one more time.
One more time. Seriously.
The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table and add them in the order I tell you.
Okay.
First, we add this special slime condensate. Stir it thoroughly, then pour it in. See that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty jelly, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Until you remember it's slime condensate.
Next up, xenochromatic crystals.
What?
You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered sugar.
Wait, are those from Fontimer Aberrants? Are you sure they're edible?
No idea.
Finally, we'll need some high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice. You just need to clean their innards, and then you're left with some lovely tender meat.
Sure. I mean, frog's good and everything, but I wouldn't say great source of, like, protein.
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunchboxes and hand them to Walsey. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow.
Sigewinne really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
He has everyone's best interest at heart. Oh wait, we're going to the. Oh wait, hang on. I wanna get this. Ah, there we go. That's at the bottom, isn't it? I think we can actually jump down there. I remember, yeah, you can just jump down there from here. Yep. I was like, I think we could just jump down.
Head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Yes, sir, we
Just the
do.
one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Sounds like they're talking in code.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only wish I could do more. You work so hard for all our sakes. I'd happily lose a little sleep if it meant helping you out.
That won't do.
Oh.
If you reduce your sleeping hours any further, your health will start to suffer.
All right. Nurse's orders. I'll do as I'm told. But you take care of yourself, too.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you two.
Yep.
Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, Sigewinne. In just one day of helping you with your work, it feels like we've done a lot for the fortress.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think...
Okay, just relax and catch your breath. What's the matter?
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
Huh? Already?
Nani?
You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure he's well before we discharge him.
Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come with you.
All right. We're gonna go. I think it's just. Yeah, I'll go. Nope, nope. Then we just go right back to the infirmary. Hang on. Venture's Goblet. Yeah, there's just like a lot of, as you can see, there's just like a lot of stuff that they put in here. So.
Try and stop me!
Hello, sir.
Ah, head nurse, you're finally here.
Eat it.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery.
I don't think you have.
After giving it some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely wasn't in the best state of mind.
Well, we're gonna have to check you.
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you.
No, please
okay?
don't.
So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous. It'll be the exact same procedure as we did this morning. We can start whenever you're ready.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything. Would you mind taking me through it again?
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine. To start with, which finger am I holding up?
Your pinky.
Wrong! Wrong, sir.
Right.
Wrong.
All indicators seem normal.
So I can go.
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all?
Possibly.
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone. I wonder how I managed to miss the signs this time.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it. Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep. And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back in my good old dorm.
No.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. Alright then, you can leave the ward.
Yippee!
I suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for now, so you're officially discharged.
Yay!
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
I'll get back
Of
to work,
course.
slacker.
I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight, so nothing will go wrong. You have my word.
You have my full confidence.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh?
Help! Head nurse! A man has been sliced in half and he needs your help.
But I still haven't gotten around to making that improved lotion for you yet.
It's fine.
Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now. You should go get some rest too.
You don't.
Tomorrow it is then. Good night, traveler. Good night, Paimon. Hope you sleep well.
God, she's so cute.
Oh, don't you worry.
We will.
After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log.
Good night, Sigewinne.
Yeah, sleep tight, Sigewinne. See you tomorrow.
All right, switcheroo. Wait until next day at 8. Let's try to make it 8 o'clock on the dot. Actually, never mind. I thought I could do it with that. Oh, I had it! 8 o'clock on the dot. Yes! Yes! Okay, cool. Meet with Sigewinne.
Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Sigewinne.
Okay, where is Sigewinne? Oh. Okay.
Rev the engine!
I feel like a fucking Ninja Turtle down here. Hello, everyone.
Whoa, how is the infirmary even busier than
Everyone's faces are
yesterday?
melting.
Good morning, traveler and Paimon. I have a few people here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while.
That's fine.
No problem.
Not like we got anything else to do.
There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
His face
You
melted
have to
out.
believe me. I'm telling the truth.
Gascon.
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uy.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything. At most, it'll delay your vindication.
Funny how all these facial problems and identity issues and mental problems are going on not too long after we're introduced to Butterfly Dew. Almost like there's some correlation between the two.
All right. I get it.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went fine, and now this.
Morning, Your
Blasphemy.
Grace. What's going on?
What's up, Your Grace?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday?
Yeah.
The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom? Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Sigewinne.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps
Hey,
there's
go
something we
look
missed.
at this. So they're all basically saying the same thing. I mean, we did hear about doppelgangers. And again, this is all not too long after we heard about the morning dew, the butterfly dew.
Wait.
Release? Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today.
Oh,
And they're
baby, I think
expecting
I'm
us to
due
go
for a
along with
release
that.
right now.
All the more reason to be cautious.
Grizzly,
Balthazar, check the release list
will you
for
mind
today and
helping
make sure
me?
no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
It's conceivable that our group
Oh,
of
there's
serious
another.
offenders
I didn't even
somehow
notice
found
the
a
other
way to
Melusine.
switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under
I
our
thought it was a
noses.
child.
We did consider that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
And then she starts talking like this. Well, as you can see, that's not my real voice. But it's true. It's not that hard to fake a voice.
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch. I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me.
She smacks him. What country you from? What? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What? English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday?
Is it? Or is his face perfectly
This should
fine
be
now?
Honoré. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honoré.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies.
No, that would be stupid.
No, I believe it was their faces that got switched.
What?
The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in. And actually, I think I can prove it to you.
Is she gonna rip his face off?
Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure do.
Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
Okay. Eat it. Let's see what this one has to say.
Huh? How could they switch without me noticing?
Oh, it's okay, little one. You're not that.
What the heck is going on?
I don't know, baby. But Grizzly seems busy, so you mind helping me with that release that I was looking for?
So, you're Eric?
Eat it.
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me,
Would you
right?
recognize me?
I need to do another examination on you. Same procedure as yesterday.
Could you remind me what that
All right.
was?
It's the cognition test first, right? So I need to concentrate.
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
I believe it was your index finger.
But that means...
It wasn't the same person.
Huh?
Grizzly is
So
like,
basically,
okay, what?
last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered, and applied to leave the observation ward. Sigewinne did another test before letting him leave, but that time she held up her pinky finger.
Huh? I don't know about any test last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang of serious offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However,
Hearing
they
Grizzly
made
say
one mistake.
switcheroo.
Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now, so we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now. The Duke cracked the case.
Well, I can't fault the reasoning, but I'm afraid
Unless
that
this
we ruled
isn't
out
the real
possibility
Risley.
of face switching very early on in this process.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify criminals in disguise. We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Huh. Well then, how do we explain all this?
So
Aliens.
far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity fraud.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that, even a Melazine wouldn't be able to detect it.
A shape-shifting potion?
I mean, we already know about it, but...
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marechaussee Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Just trust me.
But...
How could you be so sure?
Please, trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation. If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer. Yep, let's do that.
Okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out. We'll do it your way.
Thank you, Duke.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already got processed 2 hours ago.
Oh boy.
I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
Tricky
so
bastards.
There really was a switch after all. They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave
Looks
now,
like she
right?
needs a release now.
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress.
Yeah.
And
Probably
if
not
the
good.
Marechaussee's Melazines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
And these people are going to end up dead.
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe his name is Rawat.
Oh?
Hiding in plain sight.
Rawat. Isn't that the handsome guy? with
That handsome
skincare
guy?
Promotion?
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potions. One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
It's
No
like
doubt.
this guy seems almost
This is
too
worth following
perfect.
up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your Grace. My team and I will head to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
It'll be my pleasure.
I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh? Why's that?
Because.
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't ask you to help with arresting criminals. That's our duty.
You're a nurse, not a investigator.
I also have a more personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time, his condition will get much worse.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business. And if anything happened to you, none of us can afford to take on that responsibility.
She's like, you do know I have a vision, right? These guys don't stand a chance against me.
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
She's like, with her
You
little
say
bubble
that,
gun.
But still.
If I
Let her
may,
go.
Miss Morgan, Sigewinne is the one who raised the potion hypothesis.
Let her
and
go.
I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you. And if you really are worried for her safety, then...
I'll go with them. Aimon and I are coming along anyway.
Ah, there you go, right on cue.
He's like,
Knew I could
you
count on
didn't
you.
wait for me to say anything.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off immediately. Time is of the essence.
Indeed. All right, going to Fontaine Research Institute, Institute of Technology. I still don't trust the dude, like that dude. It's like the people who seem to be the most perfect are usually the ones who have like the most hidden.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business.
Of course.
And we're gonna need you to cooperate.
The Marechaussee Phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more illegal research?
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we might find Mr.
That
Watt?
man, he hasn't been here for a long time.
Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome.
Not
right?
since the
He
incident.
actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what they know.
Just a handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
No, most people think he's
Well,
fucking
I guess
weird.
You could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level. He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people.
Which is what he uses to play people over.
But in all his time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends around here.
He looks handsome, but then he's like a moron in real life when you get to know him. He's like, I pull my finger.
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product
Well,
promotion.
duh.
Oh, I don't find
Because
that
people
weird at
trust a
all.
pretty face.
He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making friends.
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception
Yeah,
thing.
they've got like fucking Sharingan or something.
We should talk with his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up.
Let's split
We'll
up,
save us some
gang.
time.
Sure thing.
Me and Daphne will check over
Among the
here.
other researchers with Sigewinne.
Velma, Shag,
I'm
Scoop,
suddenly
you
kinda
check the other
curious to
side.
know what everyone really thinks of him.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oop. A song. A song. A song. Oh, you're down here. Hello, sir and oh. Bertram. Bertram.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
I had it
Who's
right the first
asking?
time. Me.
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marachose Phantom with an
Marachose.
investigation. We'd like to ask you about Rawat's whereabouts, if that's okay. We're told the two of you are pretty close.
Not anymore.
Hardly.
We're not. Turns out we don't see eye to eye.
He's fucking
Oh,
crazy.
yeah? What happened?
The dude's fucking crazy.
The thing about us researchers is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose, but not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercialize his findings. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy like that? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
So that's what Rawat is really like.
Mhm.
We'd still like to know where to find him. Is that something you can help us with?
No.
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede.
It's
All right, then I'm
Sigewinne at
happy
your
to help you
service.
if I can. I respect the work you do. Medicine serves the highest purpose of all the sciences.
It does. Because if people aren't getting, you know, the care they need and they're dying, research can't be done.
Wow, turns out Sigewinne's got some real clout.
Everyone knows Sigewinne of the Fortress of Meripede.
Thing is, I have no real way of knowing where he might be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him since.
I bet he's in a secret underground lair.
But if you want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they know where he's at.
Peddlers?
Hitlers?
Yeah, back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together, because it seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything in my presence. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all about the money.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products? Do those count as drugs?
Not really, but...
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the Morag rubber, not me.
Thank you. You've given us plenty to work with.
Yeah, he really did. We really need to
Welcome.
talk to the other two.
Goodbye, and may we both reach new heights in our scientific endeavors.
May the Hydra... May something divine bless you. Can't exactly say the Hydro Archon. They don't have a Hydro Archon anymore. Oh, wait. Hello, ma'am. Oh. Audrey, just playing with the birds?
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
Oh, bonjour, madame. I sure am. How may Audrey help you today?
Is she gonna have, oh.
That's me. What is it?
I thought she was gonna turn around. It's gonna be like Zuko or something. Have this big old fucking scar on his face.
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Oh. What? That's a very peculiar human. He's in his underground lair.
Underground lair, I knew it.
You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once?
Now he's fucking
I
cray
doubt I'm
cray,
the
so I
first
don't hang
or
around with him
last
anymore.
At the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a close friend?
That's just what we were told, ma'am.
I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay.
So basically, at the end of the day, this dude's just a jackhole.
You might know where we can find him.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
Annoyed Paimon is funny, Paimon.
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted opportunity.
Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we?
This is when I would step in. Well, time to put these fingers to work. Maybe that's all she needs. Miss Audrey, would you mind following me for a second?
She's displaying symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean. But I know a cure.
She jumps up, smacks her. He doesn't love you!
It's curable?
Yeah, of course.
We're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
She's so good at lying. And it's all for the good. Like, she doesn't do it in a evil way, and for, through malice. It's all for the betterment of something.
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marechaussee Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
I mean, it is true. We don't know what's going on with him right now.
This
So
happened. He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him, of course.
of course. And then I suppose he accidentally ran into you, and then his penis just accidentally found its way inside of you.
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
That, or that's where he does his business.
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him, so I could get to know him better.
Uh-huh.
When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum?
It's the roids.
Unbelievable.
He probably
These
also
guys
has a
only
tiny
wanna show you
peepee.
their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marechaussee officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like a plan.
I mean, that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I'm sure Fontaine has an address book. Like a bird in the night.
Hey there, are you in Teep?
Antibodies?
What do you want?
I don't know, but I know what you want.
Any idea where he might be? We were told you were pretty close with him.
Yeah, only because he got me free food.
Close? Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
This man looks like he's the kind of person who isn't exactly short on Mora.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly dew, or whatever he calls it. I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong. I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times. It's like he's vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Huh, so is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous?
Maybe both of the above.
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him. Let's go.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, little Melusine, you can disappear now.
That's all 3 researchers.
Yeah.
That's the data point.
Hey, little squirrel. It's okay, everyone. You're safe now.
You know, Paimon started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. It's such a surprise to learn that his peers have a different impression of him.
That's usually how it works.
What's your view of him now, Paimon?
He's a jerk.
A handsome researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder?
That's
So
awfully
your
specific.
thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all.
Well, his looks are kind of a big deal, at least in Paimon's opinion. How did such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial?
Because the bitch is cray-cray.
Family background. It just doesn't make any sense.
You can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
Yeah, Paimon.
Head nurse. Traveler.
Oh, I love
I
how the
assume
Melusine
you've
just
spoken
comes
with the
skipping along.
researchers. What
Nothing.
did you find out?
We just learned the dude is like antisocial.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some pharmaceutical merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical brands?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
I don't think being a whistleblower had anything to do with any kind of wrongdoings on the side of the companies or whatever that he was blowing the whistle on. I think it's just that he didn't want anyone to threaten him, because he wants to be the one, like the one and only making the Mora. So he comes across as like he's this good guy and he's looking out for the best for everyone, but no, he's only thinking about himself.
How strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, why wouldn't he have registered his own brands? Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse. We can't rule it out.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? He was the one who blew the whistle on them!
Also, can I just point out how just pure and normal the Melusine sound? Like, none of them are, like, a lot of them aren't like voice acting. It just sounds like people talking. You know, nothing crazy or fancy, no high-pitched squealing like Paimon or, you know, a deeper voice. No, they're just sounding like people coming in and recording, and it just makes them more likable.
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard.
If you say so.
Hiding in plain sight, Paimon.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's more likely that they were coercing him.
No, he was
He
working with
mentioned
them.
that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals approached him asking for academic support, luring him in with the promise of riches. By the
With
time he discovered
promises
who
of
they really were,
riches.
he was in too deep. They had
In
leverage
too
on him,
deep and
so he
he's
was forced to keep
trapped.
working for them. I've seen it happen many times before.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely definitely explain why he was so unwilling to cooperate with his fellow researchers.
I think we're giving this guy too much the benefit of the doubt here.
No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his neck.
Oh, poor baby. Oh.
In that case, the situation could be worse than we thought. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us. Oh, there's a good chance they'll get to him before we do.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was last seen 2 days ago. If no one's seen him since, maybe we're too late.
Like, see, their voice is just so pure. Like, there's no fancy voice acting. It just sounds like people talking. I don't know why, but it's very, like, relaxing.
2 days ago? So he went missing right after that product promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals, too. Not a good sign.
Don't worry, everyone. I believe we still have a chance. Since he disappeared right after blowing the whistle, it's likely that he's gone into hiding.
Yeah, he must have been worried that they'd come for him.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house, which you mentioned earlier. Seath, think you can find the place?
She gets to the ground and starts sniffing the ground.
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal address. The one Rawat wrote down was in the outskirts of the city.
I have a feeling I know where it
Should be
is.
the place.
Okay, then there's no time to lose.
There's no time to lose.
Move.
Let's go, gang. I love how it's like right near the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. It's actually exactly where I thought it would be. Because there are a lot of homes here that don't really have much of a purpose. You'll get to go to some of them, like right here you have a quest that's right there. But, you know, then there are some that are just like, okay, well, they must be for something in the future. And for this one, you have this house right here on the edge of, you know, right here on the danger zone, you know, the border. And you're like, well, what's it for? You know, you come here and you got stuff sitting outside, but like, what's it for?
All right, this should be the house. I'm pretty sure this was the address.
Okay, I'll knock.
It's the police, open up!
Sounds like whoever's inside has restricted mobility. Oh, it seems serious. Oh, what's the fastest way to get this door open?
Kick it.
Break the door down?
Yeah.
No, I'll handle it. Let the expert deal with it. There'll be a mountain of paperwork if we damage a citizen's property. Calm down. Deep breaths. Remember your training. Control your strength. And it's open.
She turned her hand into a key. Look how cute they are.
Seath, take a few people and lie in wait. Keep your eyes peeled for any activity around the house. The traveler, head nurse, and I will go inside.
Yes. Switcheroo! Enter the mother's estate. It's going to be something leading to the basement, and it's going to have like this long underground tunnel and some shady business.
Oh, there. On the bed, there's an old lady. That's gotta be Rawat's mother, right? She doesn't look like she's in any state to be answering our questions, though.
Where's the witch?
We could try, but she is very ill. We mustn't force it.
Help her see, Tweed.
Well, doesn't look like Rawat's here.
Oh, I think he is.
He's the only one we can talk to.
Yep.
Oh, I think he
Allow
is.
me. Hello, ma'am. Might I ask if you're Rawat's mother? We're trying to locate him.
Oh, hello, dear.
Sick old lady.
Hard of hearing, perhaps. Does anyone have a picture of her what?
I have one here.
Where are they?
I'd
What?
like to show you a
Where
photo.
are
ma'am.
they?
Is this your son? Do you know where he is?
That's not my son.
Ugh. Damn it, we lost her.
Looks like this isn't gonna work after all.
Well, looks like we're out of leads. If Rawat's not here, things are looking very bad for him.
What was with the strange long pause?
Is it possible he could have avoided returning here because he knew he'd be in danger?
We gotta stop treating this guy like he's innocent.
Maybe. But if so, where do we look next?
Under the house.
Maybe we should take another look at the Institute.
Ooh, secret lab.
Guess so.
I suggest we all return there now. We found a good amount of useful information the first time, but perhaps there's something we missed.
He's
This is
like,
our
this
last
bitch
hope.
is fucking faking.
Sorry, officer, but could I stay here for a while? This patient requires some care.
Of course. Traveler, stay with the head nurse. You're technically here as her assistant after all.
You got it.
Also, I'd like some Marechaussee members to stay as well, and keep an eye on the area.
Oh, seems like she knows something.
Why's that?
If Rawat knows how serious his mother's condition is, he will return.
Just like William Afton, he always comes back.
Got it.
I
Okay.
always come
I'll tell the
back.
squad members in hiding to stay put and keep a lookout.
Thanks for helping me out yet again, Traveler and Paimon.
No, don't worry. We live to serve, Sigewinne. We live to serve.
No problem. But when you say her condition is serious, do you mean...
Seriously phony.
Yes, she's barely clinging on to life.
And yet her son isn't here.
Oh.
Let me take care of a few things first. Could you pass me the towel over there?
I'm such a terrible person. I wish I had the kindness and compassion that Sigewinne does. Can you hand me that towel over there? Thank you. Now don't worry, this will all be over in a second. No, don't struggle, don't fight it. Soon you will be embraced in the tender, loving feel of death.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a terrible person, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't. Oh, John, you're so funny and attractive.
Treatment methods, including some very expensive medicines.
Very expensive.
Unfortunately, her condition is so multifaceted that a recovery looks all but impossible.
Sigewinne. My mom bets being a nurse must be pretty tough at times like this.
Yes, it makes me a little sad. In Melizine's eyes, a human's birth, aging, sickness, and death are as much a part of natural law as sunrise and sunset. But human medicine can defy that law to some extent. In that sense, it is a science of miracles. That is why I became fascinated with it in the first place. But it was only after I truly became a doctor that I realized miracles don't always happen. Even the greatest doctors cannot cure all diseases.
Unless you're Baiju.
Sigewinne.
Well, don't worry about me, Paimon.
That's who we should get over here.
duty is
Go
not
get
to
fucking
cure all
Baiju and
diseases,
Changsheng. They
but
could
to
do
treat
something.
whatever ailments they can. At the very least, I can lower her fever. That way she'll suffer less. And she might even be able to see her son.
Yeah. All the more reason to find Rawat as soon as possible, even if we don't catch those crooks.
Oh, her fever is getting worse. Could I get some hot water?
Sure, we're on the case.
Go get some hot water. Check table. Sigewinne's like, I didn't tell you to stop and look at things. I told you to get me some fucking hot water. Sorry, Sigewinne. I'm in someone else's house, so I gotta steal stuff. It's just how it is. What's on? Some ready-made hot water. Huh? This cabinet seems to have a hidden compartment. This is Sparta! Didn't I say there was an underground lair? Fucking hell. Fuck-a-doodle-doo, man. Fuck-a-doodle-doo.
Found the hot water?
Oh, yeah.
Sure did.
Sure
And look
did.
What else we found?
An underground
Judging by this
lair.
journal, it seems like Rawat has a private lab. There's a good chance he could be there right now. We gotta go tell Officer Morgan right away.
No.
Oh, that's great news. But hold on just a moment.
She takes the hot water.
The wet towel is ready. I'm giving you another injection. Are you feeling better now?
Thank you, Dr. House.
All right. We'll go bring him back.
Thank you for almost killing me just to make me better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All right. We're going to go outside. We're going to go tell them about the underground lair. And then we're going to go to the underground lair and find the guy who's a complete douchebag. Investigate. Seath. I love how just look how adorable they are. Like, she's just like everyone else is kind of doing something, except for this fatty over here. He's like, but she's just standing there, and as you come out, you just look to the side, and all you see is her little head popping over. She's so cute.
No,
I love
don't look
Melusines.
this way. I'm supposed to be hiding, remember? Captain's orders.
I think Melusines are probably one of my favorite races or species or whatever in any game. Okay, so it looks like this one will be closer. They're fucking adorable. And they're not really fancy looking or anything. They're very simplistic, but that's what makes them so cute. You know, they're the simplistic look, the you know, the simple colors, their personalities. Yes, we're gonna get to fight someone and hopefully murder, because that's what I do best.
Officer Morgan! They're already here!
I'm already there. Take a
came as
look
soon as we heard the news.
around.
Can't believe we were so careless. The most crucial information of all was hiding right there, in that room. We missed it.
Don't blame yourself. Right now, we need to focus on finding a way in.
There's a mechanical door over here. Hopefully the instructions in Rawat's journal will help us open it.
Yeah.
Pull the lever! Wrong lever!
Oh, it's one of these. When in doubt, resort to violence. Just punch it.
It's open. Let's go in.
Let's go. What? Uh-huh. Yep. 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 I know this was coming. We should be fine. Usually when they recommend a, certain element, I'm usually fine without it. Usually if your level's high enough, or, you know, you're geared or whatever enough, it really doesn't make a difference. So, Sigewinne! Yeah, oh my god, we get to be Sigewinne! Rolling around at the speed of sound.
How did they get in here? Captain, up
Let's
ahead.
blow
Those look like our
bubbles.
fugitives.
So they found this place too? Don't let any of them escape.
Like they found this place too? I think once again you people are
another test subject.
Wibbly wobbly!
No.
Illusion shattered, torn to oblivion.
Bouncy bouncy.
The wrong test subject.
Let's blow bubbles!
Captain, according to our list, many of the fugitives aren't accounted for. There may be others hiding deeper inside the facility.
More
So
like
these
rolling
guys
in
were
the
just
deep.
lookout crew.
The Marashose
Hazel!
Phantom. How did they find this place?
Wait, it's that guard from the fortress.
That's right. I'm on your side. I mean, the Duke sent me. What's the matter? Some sort of mix-up?
Mr. Odilon, didn't I tell you a few days ago that you need to stop all field work until you've recovered?
I don't care what you say.
Well, you know, gotta help His Grace out. Share the load.
Share the load. All right, Sam.
Officer Morgan, this man is an imposter. The real Mr. Odilon has no recent health issues.
What? But
okay.
Looks like the head nurse was right about the face swapping method. Arrest them all!
Arrest them all!
DuPont, stay here and keep guard. And watch the exit. If we're not back.
Got it.
Got it.
All right. Get some treasures. This is the real reason why I do this. Not because I want to help, but because I know that there's stuff in here that I could use. Interesting. So you finally found me. Took you long enough.
So many jars. Was this some sort of production facility?
Is there any honey down here? Oh, I love honey.
This scent, it's probably the ingredients used to make butterfly dew.
Butterfly doo-doo. Green slime?
How come they're all empty? Did it sell so well that he ran out of supplies?
No.
How strange. Why would Rawat choose to manufacture a popular product like that in such a difficult-to-reach location?
Oh, my sweet, sweet summer children.
Given our suspicion that he may have been coerced into the illegal drug trade, I would have thought that any production facility we find here would be used for illicit purposes.
Perhaps butterfly dew is itself an illegal drug.
Do you have any evidence for that claim?
It's Pirelli's miracle elixir.
We need to find Rawat as soon as possible. He has all the answers we need.
Understood. Well, let's not linger here. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, I'm just waiting for him to come out and like, you know, like a mustache twirling villain, like, yeah, you found my underground lair, and now that you have, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Meow. You've seen too much. Production log. Lot of stuff. Lot of stuff.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get this door open. Let's find another way around.
Of course. At the room source. Always gotta check. Sometimes they've got like little.
This one's closed too. What's with those cards and tracks? Oh, maybe it's one of those doors that opens when it senses cargo passing through. There's a loaded cart right over there. Let's bring it to the door and give it a try.
Yep. No, come on. That should do that, and then once it's on, there we go. What was back here? Oh no, never mind. Let's on a roll. Hot stuff coming your way. No, give me. Okay.
I will have order.
Let's blow bubbles!
Oh, she's so precious.
Don't be nervous. Just
Oh.
relax.
All right, so we got that. Oh, which way are we going here? All right, so okay, so I think we go that way first. Okay, we go there, and then that one's actually closer. So, there anything over this way? Nope, nothing. Okay, well, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean not connected? Looks to be connected to me. Or unless they mean this one. No. I hate... There. Alright. Then we go... clockwise. I'm sorry, what now? Okay. Back over there.
Don't slip and fall.
Okay, so then we should do... No. No. Come on. There we go. So because I guess because that one has stuff on it, that way it's... There we go. God damn it, I just... Clockwise. No, no, just push the damn thing. There. There. God, for the love of Lucifer. Oh, I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, you found my underground lair. I have to piss.
This room's much smaller than the others.
Okay, I'll be right back. I feel better.
Judging by the implements on the table, this looks like a potion-making lab.
And the witch!
Head nurse, over here.
Look, it's a box. I wonder how many bodies you can fit inside of it. Remine would be very interested in this box. Help! Help!
Let's see.
Oh.
Huh? Robot's clothes? Why would he change here?
Perhaps they stripped him down, left the clothes behind, and disposed of him somewhere else?
Yikes, Sigewinne, where did that come from?
I don't know, from her desire to see a naked man running around with his floppy dick just in the breeze. I don't know.
Oh, what a tragic way to go. Especially with such a bright future ahead of him.
God, you people are ridiculous.
There's a path leading further on, Officer Morgan. Let's keep up the pace.
Seriously, these people are ridiculous. Oh my god, that poor man. Oh. Also, is there any in here? Yes, wheat in the most likely of places. What's over here? Let's blow bubbles. There's the chest. I love that little jump that I did, and then I got the chest. Ah, radishes and cabbages. In the most likely of places. Open the door. Come on.
Don't slip and fall.
Okay, I won't. You don't have to worry about me, Doc. Meow. What's going on here?
Shh, there's a whole bunch of people.
That's adorable.
Stay close, everyone.
Are you serious? You're telling us that within a day, our faces are going to rot like yours?
Yes.
Fontanian physiology changed dramatically after that great flood, and it's not as compatible with this face-changing solution as before. The side effects are as you can see.
Why didn't you say anything before we all used it?
Because I don't
my
care.
plan got you all out of prison, didn't it? You'd have much bigger problems to worry about right now if the Marechaussee Phantom found out about your other crimes. Consider an ugly mug getting off lightly.
Ugh. You're just lucky we didn't leave you in there after you disappeared on us with no warning. We only let it slide because we're former partners.
Crime.
Now you have the gall to pull a stunt like this?
Partners? Make no mistake, each of us is only looking out for himself.
Or herself.
If you place too much trust in others,
Don't be a fucking bigot.
I'm afraid that's your problem. You hid things from me too. Remember how you each had a spare potion? You kept quiet about it until we planned the prison break?
Oh, and you didn't have a secret spare? Then do you want to explain how you melted your face off before all this?
Guys, that's enough. Calm down. It is what it is. Arguing won't change anything.
Eat it.
What's the plan, Parton? I'm assuming you brought us here for a reason?
You've been
There
hit
is
by
no plan. We followed him
face
here on
swapping
the promise of
criminal.
more juice. Turns out there ain't a drop here. Besides, what does it matter now anyway? He already said, even if we did get our hands on more of that stuff, switching faces again solves nothing. They're still gonna melt off eventually.
I said enough arguing.
Stop it.
Parton, tell us the plan.
Murder.
The most practical solution is to continue using the potion. Keep switching to a new face before the ulcers can start forming.
They're pulling an Orochimaru, but instead of doing it to prolong his life and, keep up his immortality, they're doing it to prevent their faces from falling off.
Are you kidding me? This stuff was hard enough to get a hold of even when we had a supply. Now you're asking us to use it like skin lotion after
They've gotten high on their own supply.
Well, there is another option.
Murder.
But you'll have to make a deal with me first.
A deal with the devil?
Now we're talking. What's the deal?
Murder.
I have a document I took from that researcher that details how to make a replacement. Just give me one bottle of the undiluted fluid, and I'll get to work.
I'd piss in a bottle and give it to him.
What's the problem?
Here it
I
is,
thought those
sir.
kept reserves.
Just as you wanted.
Or do you really
Why does it smell
just
like
have
piss?
one spare bottle each?
It's special.
What do you think? That we were shipping them into the fortress of Meripede by the basket load?
Well then, Say hello to never showing your marred faces in public again.
Have fun trying to get a girl to kiss you
I've
now.
had enough. Get him. Let's see if...
Hold it right there!
Marechaussee Phantom!
We are the Marechaussee Phantom.
What? Who let them in?
Who let them in?
Officer Morgan, before anything else, please find out Rawat's status.
Rawat?
We haven't seen him in a month.
Hand over the hostage now, if you want any chance of avoiding an extension to your sentences.
You're like, hostage? No, he's the one behind all of this.
Spare us your condescending attempts to coax us back to our cells. You think we're looking to negotiate? Rawat is dead.
Like, metaphorically.
Hutton?
Arrest them all! Don't let anyone get away!
Yes, let's kill people.
We're gonna kill him with violence.
Burn it down! There is no escape! Wrath from the sky!
Annihilate, mine to wield.
This is order.
I swear it's for medical research.
I swear it's for medical research.
Extinguish, mine to wield.
Oh. I can't even see, I wasn't even able to see their health, so. God, I love missing half of all my hits.
Rise with the sun! Pyroclastic surge!
Now you shall perish!
None can contend with the supreme power.
Stabilize.
Light it up!
Wait, like, there, good.
Huh, gotta say, I never expected to see the head nurse in combat.
Yeah.
Some patients respond better to a more aggressive treatment plan. Did we get everyone?
Captain, we finished the head count.
Captain.
Button's missing.
What?
Over there! The door's closing!
Come on, use some fucking animo or something. Round that bitch up. Tornado his ass back here.
One group trying to arrest me, another trying to hunt me down. Good. I gotta kill two birds with one stone.
How did he get up there? There must be a secret passage somewhere.
The witch!
Find it!
Don't waste your energy. I already sealed it off.
He sealed the exits. The exits are now sealed. Never before have exits been as sealed as they are now.
How naive. We have more people outside. If we're not back out by the agreed time, they'll come to our rescue.
They'll be dead.
Well then, you'd better hope they get here in time.
Oh no!
Oh
There's
no!
some kind of gas
What are
leaking
you
from the
doing,
pipes.
Kaiba?
Be careful. It's poisonous.
Heard a noise. Now where was I? Oh yeah.
What are you doing, Kaiba?
I'm bringing the place down, Yugi. If I can't defeat you, then no one will ever have a chance.
This is our distribution
You're crazy,
center,
Kaiba.
where we store the product derived from our source solution. We had to use special fire prevention methods to prevent contamination. The pipe network here was designed to emit a gas for firefighting. One little modification later, and it makes an efficient death trap.
Why would you do this? Your partners are here too.
Who hurt you?
Oh, please. If they can't supply what I need, they're of no further use to me. Besides, I can't have them exposing my potential whereabouts.
Boots.
He's a maniac!
Maniac on the floor.
Go ahead.
And we have to
struggle in vain.
try and
Once the
open
last of
up
the
that
bugs, No
door.
one will ever find me again.
John, that
So
was really
long.
good. I know.
Are you sure you're ready to leave, Potton? You haven't changed your dressing today.
You can't cure my face. Just give up.
It turns out that
What
this.
if I could?
Nice try.
You're just trying to stall me. Don't you worry about me. I'll find a way to cure my face once I get out of here.
Oh, I doubt it. After all, Fontanians can no longer dissolve in primordial seawater.
What the? How did you?
The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind by dissolved Fontanians. It might look like ordinary water, but it has some unique elements in it.
That's actually kind of dark. The key component of the face-changing potion is the fluid left behind from dissolved Fontanians. Yeah, I don't want anyone to ever say that this game is like child-friendly and doesn't get dark. That's pretty fucking dark.
Before the flood, all Fontanians were Oceanids, physiologically speaking.
Physiologically speaking.
A potion made from that fluid could dissolve and reconstruct the face of a Fontanian in much the same way as hydroidolins change form.
It's true.
Theoretically, it
They do
could
change
give
form.
someone any appearance they wished.
Which is why we're looking directly at Mr. Rawat.
But since the flood, Fontanians have become true humans. They can no longer provide the source material for this potion, nor reap its benefits.
Are you saying this potion is made from Fontanians dissolved with primordial seawater? Then their crimes are far worse than I thought.
Yeah, seriously, that's fucking dark.
How could you know all of this? No, wait. Of course! Well.
Well.
That's why you have a human appearance.
It also means that I have a formula you're unaware of. The air's getting thicker. It's getting hard to breathe.
Is there anyone out there? Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Like, okay, I'm the traveler and I can use any element. Why don't I just blow the shit away? Just keep it away.
I might get to make a deal today after all. Alright, keep talking. How do you intend to give me the formula?
Oh, it's not a formula, but a finished product. I have a bottle of it right here.
What?
Nani?
When I tried Rawat's skincare product, I noticed it had a certain special component in it. So I had my friends gather some other ingredients for me, and sure enough, a little experimenting later, I'd produced the potion.
Because I'm amazing.
I'm guessing his skincare lotion contains the fruits of your joint research?
Huh. Impressive guesswork. Yeah, we were a supplier for some of the raw ingredients. But it only contains a tiny amount of the active ingredient. The effect is minuscule compared to the undiluted fluid.
Well, I found a way to reverse the dilution process, giving the skincare lotion a similar effect to the fluid it is derived from.
That's impossible.
Impossible.
If I tell you some of the ingredients, I think you can figure it out. First, you need to combine tainted hydrophantasm tissue with transoceanic pearls at a ratio of around 3 to 7.
Tainted hydrophantasm.
3 to 7?
Transoceanic pearls.
That's perfect.
I see. Can't believe I never thought of that.
So, can we make a deal?
No!
Sounds good to me. There's a delivery pipeline beneath this window. Drop the potion in, and I'll release you all.
Fools! You believed me?
Nope, not trusting you that easily. You're like those naughty kids who try to hide their illness. Open the sluice gate first, then I'll hand you the potion.
Oh, that's a pretty bottle.
Even if you're not bluffing, your potion won't cure my face permanently. You really think you have any leverage here?
Yeah, I do. Because it's either release, let us go, or you can enjoy having your face melt off. Up to you.
I'm not closing the valve this time. Clock's ticking.
Fine, then I'll just stand here with the potion in my hand. And when I faint from the poison, I'll drop it and it'll be destroyed.
Forever.
No.
She's so good.
Sucker!
It's open!
Disable Damn it! Don't let it close again!
Really? You have the two fattest guys wrong to go and do it?
That's more like it. In that case, a promise is a promise.
Enjoy. You know what'd be really great? She sends it up, he drinks it, or whatever, puts it on his face, and it melts his face even faster.
Head nurse, there's too much poison gas in here. We have to leave, now.
Well, considering the door is open now, it should kind of mitigate some of it. As we leave, I want to hear his screaming and him writhing in pain because it's melting his face faster.
That was too close. That button is a real nasty piece of work.
Oh, don't be too quick to sit down. Moving around a little will help relieve the soreness. Same goes for you, Traveler.
Oh.
But Paimon, you should be fine.
As you
right?
float.
Flying fast is pretty tiring too, actually. Anyway, that's not important
Actually,
right now.
that's kind of ableist of you.
That there's a whole criminal operation going on behind that skincare lotion.
I mean, honestly, the whole skincare lotion thing is really, you know, criminal.
Shame I ended up giving the improved version to Potten after finally making it for you. I'll make you some more. I promise.
Oh.
No, please don't.
You can give us a
Emily
hug?
doesn't want to use that stuff
I'll
anymore.
take that.
Still, it was a pretty good job that
Oh,
Paimon wanted
the
to buy
sweet
some in
little
the first
bean.
place, huh? It ended up saving everyone's lives.
Sigewinne was the one doing the saving.
Yeah, Paimon was just kidding.
Yeah, you better be.
Head nurse, I've done a final head count of our team and the criminals. Everyone's here and doing fine. We're ready to escort the fugitives back to the fortress of Meropide.
Good. The Duke will be happy at the return.
It's a shame that we didn't find Rawat.
No.
At this point, I'm afraid he's probably deceased.
No.
What a horrible bunch.
Oh, what a horrible
Especially
bunch.
that Potten guy. If he hadn't made good on that deal, we'd all be dead because of him.
No, we wouldn't. I always keep a whole bunch of antidotes on me for emergencies.
Aw.
And one of them neutralizes that poison gas. We'd have been fine, even if you hadn't opened the gate.
What? Then why did you give him the potion?
If this is true, I must concur. Sorry to be blunt, but I think you made a bad decision by handing him that bottle.
Well, I think you're mistaken.
If he changes his appearance and flees Fontaine, it's unlikely that we'll ever find him. No matter how cooperative his accomplices are when we question them.
No, you don't understand. I gave him the potion precisely so we could be sure where he'll go next.
What do you mean?
We gotta hurry. She won't last much longer.
Uh-huh. Gee. A man we give a potion to. And now we're going back to Rawat's mother's house.
Try and stop me!
Also, I wonder, I don't remember if I've done this one over here before on my other one. Actually, no, I didn't, because I really haven't done anything in Fontaine in my other account. Take me home tonight. Hurry!
Don't move a muscle. I might be short, but I pack a mean punch.
There's just something about that voice, you know? It's just very comforting, just to, you know, it just sounds so natural and pure. And
Captain, you're just in time. While I was lying in wait, I spotted this crook snooping around, trying to find a way in. So I detained him.
Ugh, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids in that Melusine.
Oh, his face.
Are you Potten? So this is where you were heading, huh?
What?
This is how Potten looked before his face was marred. His current appearance matches the mugshot on his arrest warrant.
I see. Wait, so what's going on? Wasn't the whole point of the potion to disguise himself and escape Fontaine? Why would he change back to his original face and run right into our trap?
Enough of this nonsense. Let me in.
Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin.
You better pipe down. There's an old lady in there who's very
That's
sick.
my mother.
No way are we letting a crook like you inside.
To heck with it. Listen to me. I'm Rawat. That's my mother in there.
He's gotta be lying, right?
Nope.
Raj was a victim in all this.
No, he
forced
wasn't.
into it against his will. How can he and this monster be the same person?
You're a monster.
Forced against his will. That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Back when I was being coerced, everyone thought I was colluding of my own free will. And then when I actually became a criminal in my own right, you all suddenly thought I must be under duress. Amazing what a difference a handsome face makes.
What? The handsome, good-looking, charming man was really a douchebag all along? What?
Save us the speech. Explain yourself.
You want an explanation? Fine. I'll tell it how it is.
That's right. I am Kira. Not only am I Kira, but I am also God of the New World.
When I was just Potton, the whole world treated me with contempt.
Ew. What do you want? Get away from me.
Women despise me.
Collaborate? You don't look like much of a researcher to me.
My peers scorned me.
Mr. Potton, was it? I'm most interested in your research. Consider my offer carefully. I doubt you'll find other investment opportunities.
I mean, it's fucked up, but like...
would work with me.
You want out of the game? Forget about it. Turns out, I slipped up a little. Left your picture with some Marechaussee Phantom officers. Easy mistake to make. Now they've listed you as an accomplice and drawn up an arrest warrant. So I suggest you put any thoughts of running away to rest. If you get caught by the guards for being in the synth business, you ain't ever seeing the light of day again.
There was no way out for me.
Yeah, the synth was, it had a small amount of, the primordial seawater, and it was giving people basically just like this really weird eye type thing. But because it was having such adverse effects on people, they were trying to basically shut it down, but it was like sold on the black market, stuff like that. So it looks like he was part of that.
Until I could stop being Potton.
Remember when I first started the quest and I said, I don't trust this guy?
Mr. Rawat, I have something I'd like to tell you.
I want to have your babies. All 15 of them. I want to have so many children with you that most of them will have to be put up for adoption.
I became popular with women.
This new potion you developed is fascinating. Genius, in fact. Would you consider working with me? I'd be happy to sign a licensing agreement.
No!
My peers looked up to me.
I'm very interested in your research, sir. You must no doubt have offers from countless investors, so far be it for me to ask for a full collaboration, per se. I merely wanted to express my interest. No pressure at all, naturally.
And the villains even began to fear me. Becoming Rawat showed me what a superficial world we live in. But I did not hold a grudge. After all, this superficiality could be made to work in my favor.
Mora!
So
Beautiful Mora!
But alas, the world seemed bent on finding a reason to make me despise it. Mother, I'm back. How are you doing?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I bought the best medicine
I give
Nora
up.
could buy, but nothing would cure her illness. In the end, I hoped she'd at least be able to see her son one last time before she passed, but when everyone else rejected me, the only person who cared about me was my mother. Then, when I became a rising star in the Fontaine Research Institute, I was unrecognizable to her.
I have to let her see me again. Even if it means donning my own wretched, ugly face. Well, is that enough explaining for you? Now do you understand? Let me inside already!
She's already dead.
Have you ever considered if you'll even be able to look your mother in the eyes after what you've done? You found a way to completely change your identity. You could easily have escaped from them. But no, you chose to keep working with them.
It's true.
Why would I want to give up on such a lucrative business? The profits were dozens of times that of the synth business, and it was all above board.
So you kept being a villain just for the money?
Beautiful, glorious money. Yeah.
By what standard? Is doing evil deeds really what makes someone a villain in your eyes? Or does it all come down to the way they look?
No, it's what you did, dude.
I was wearing my other face, did you?
That's
have
what
no
you were
right
doing.
To judge me. You're all just fake people living in a hypocritical world. I regret
You're all just
nothing.
evil and you have
My
doo-doo
mother
in your
would
souls.
understand.
That's ignorant.
You're a villain to the core, but especially that tongue.
You better rip it out.
Honestly, I don't see a villain when I look at your current face either.
Don't humor me. You don't seem surprised by my confession in the least. How long have you known the truth?
I didn't know anything for sure until you chose to take that potion bottle and spare our lives. But if you're asking when I started suspecting you, it was the first time you came to see me at the infirmary. I had to confirm my suspicions. That's why I chose to join this investigation.
Are you kidding me? A young, promising researcher and a wretched criminal? What on earth gave you the idea that they could be one and the same person?
Well, there were no visual clues. This potion's face-changing effects are very powerful. Even as a Melusine, I couldn't see through the disguise. But I believe I understand humanity a little better than most of my kind. Humans have certain fundamental qualities that do not change with their appearance.
Fundamental qualities, huh? So you think you're the one who's seen through me, do you?
Yes.
Most people probably don't know this, but I think I can guess what your deal is. Melusine constitutions are very close to that of water, so it stands to reason that the potion should work on them too. You used it yourself, didn't you? That's why you have a human appearance.
Yep.
Sigewinne?
Yes, you're right.
I'll bet it was back in the days when Melusines were discriminated against because of their appearance. It was either carry on living in the gutters as part of an alien race cast out by humanity, or become the head nurse of the fortress of Meripede, revered by all.
He's like, actually, no, that's not the reason.
It's a no-brainer. So you see, you and I were the same.
Not really in the
I'm
slightest.
the one who saw through you.
She never did any evil acts.
Right now, you came here to see your mother, didn't you? Well, I can grant you your wish.
Huh?
Head nurse, I'm not sure that's a good idea in his current state.
Don't worry. Back in the warehouse when I traded the potion for our lives, I was doing it to test him. He was willing to risk sacrificing his only chance of escaping capture by opening the gate in exchange for the potion. Also, he could see his mother again. If nothing else, his concern for his mother is genuine.
I see.
So before you arrest him, please allow him to see his mother one last time. The Traveler and I will accompany him. You have nothing to worry about.
All right. I understand.
Go with me. No funny business. Hey, Seath. What do you say?
I don't trust this guy much. Be careful.
You and I both, little one. You and I both.
Phew.
I don't know why I did it that way. Do you enter all homes like that, John? No, just the ones I feel were worthy of it. Who are you?
Mom? It's me, Potton, your son. You recognize me now, don't you? Mom, what's wrong?
No, don't die.
I'm sorry, but I have some bad news. I examined your mother last time we were here, and it appears that Due to her prolonged fever, she's lost her eyesight.
What?
Your appearance no longer has any bearing on her ability to recognize you. But there are always other ways to remind our loved ones who we are. Wouldn't you say?
No, it can't be. Please, Mom, open your eyes. It's me, your son, Potton. If you really can't see my face, then here, take my hand. Tell me you feel your son's hand. I've done so much to get to this point. Please, you have to recognize me. No.
Can we give this dying old woman a name?
The temperature of his palm must have changed. I'm sorry. It seems I couldn't bring him back to you after all.
It's you. Thank you.
Of course.
You just like drop.
Mom.
You're like, of course.
Why will you answer her and not me? Why?
No more questions, Potton. She's gone.
You can't answer them where she's gone to.
Mom.
I'm sorry to say this, Potton, but you and I are not the same.
Nope. Not even close. Like, really, they're not the same. Like, I don't know why they would even think that. One spent their life being ridiculed and harassed and wanted nothing more than to help humans, despite how badly they've treated her. The other wanted to basically get back at humans who they felt wronged them, pursued power, shady dealings, stuff like that. Like, yeah, oh, well, he loves his mom. That doesn't redeem him of everything else that he's done. They're not even close to being the same.
The wait is over, everyone. The sale of our new skincare product, Romaritime Essence, will now begin.
Another
Nice.
skincare promotion, and it's selling as fast as last time. Wonder what people would think if they knew what was in the last batch.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Sigewinne's here too.
Well, who do you think made it?
Hey, Sigewinne.
Hey, guys.
Oh, Traveler Paimon, hello. I hope you two got a good rest yesterday after all your hard work.
It was hard, but yeah.
Of course, nurse's orders, right? Anyway, are you here to take notes for your next article?
Actually, I'm mostly here to help Officer Morgan wrap up yesterday's case.
Ah, that reminds Paimon. That stuff sold like crazy, didn't it? Is it gonna cause huge problems?
Nope, there's nothing to worry about. Unless modified, Butterfly Dew is an excellent skincare product that's completely safe to use. Besides, officers have already retrieved all Butterfly Dew purchased on the market. Now it's just a matter of disposal. After consulting Monsieur Nervulette, I came up with a way to neutralize any harmful effects, so it'll evaporate naturally without polluting water or soil.
She's so smart.
It's Sigewinne to the rescue again!
Thank you for serving as our consultant, head nurse. All the butterfly dew we recovered has been disposed of, according to your instructions.
Great! Good job, everyone!
Also, you mentioned you wanted a copy of Watt's interrogation records. Well, technically, Potton's records. Anyway, I have them with me. Here. After he saw his mother for the last time, it was like all his mental defenses came crashing down. He put up no resistance during the interrogation and answered all our questions.
Well, at that point, really, what did he have
A
left?
lot.
Like, seriously, what did he have left? His mother was dead. He was caught. He didn't have anything else to really fight for, so... Yeah, I bet he sung like a fucking canary.
Apparently, the formula was something he discovered by chance while helping the criminal gang produce synth. Later, he came up with the idea to dilute it and use the resulting substance as a skincare product. Their supplier was Vache, but you could also argue that they were the ones doing him a favor. His operation helped Vache's gang dispose of an enormous amount of evidence.
Wow, that is even darker. So Vache, if you guys remember, was the dude who was kidnapping women and dissolving them on purpose with the primordial seawater. So this dude was kidnapping women, dissolving them, and then their remains that were left were then given to this, to where that's oh,
It made for a seamless collaboration. One man's trash was another man's treasure, and there were no loose ends.
that is so dark.
It's no wonder we never noticed what Potton's gang was up to.
Vache again, huh?
Uh-huh.
Is there still no end to the harm he caused?
Yeah, seriously.
Make
That dude
no
was a
mistake,
douche.
The crimes of Vache and his accomplices will come to an end. It's
For
only a
now.
matter of time. Since the flood cut off their supply of primordial seawater, they've been forced to resort to riskier methods, like using their private reserve to attack people on the street. Naturally, those
It's like the
attempts
streets of
all
London
ended in
or
failure.
France or something.
After
Acid
receiving
attacks.
numerous reports, we were able to zero in on the gang and eventually round them up.
That sounds more like it.
Based on what he told us in his confession, we pretty much had him backed into a corner, even though he made a point of distancing himself from the gang while disguised as Rawat. He tried to throw us off his tail by reporting his accomplices, giving him enough time to transform back into Potton and see his mother one last time. But there was one thing he hadn't anticipated. Even though Potton had been missing for a long time, we were very much still on the lookout for him. So the moment he appeared in public after changing back to his original appearance, we caught him.
So
Ladies
he
and
tried this
gentlemen,
once before,
we
huh?
got him.
Guess he really did want his mother to see him again. But in the end,
It didn't even matter.
Looking at the interrogation records, it seems like he spent the first sum of money he earned as reward on his mother's treatment.
Yes, which is why I suspect that his initial motive for using the potion was not personal greed, but a desire to become somebody who had the power to save her. Even so, he went too far. In the end, he got what he deserved.
I understand. Thank you for bringing me these records.
why did you want them anyway?
Potton was one of my patients, so I need to put together a medical file for him. My teacher always stressed that a person's life experiences are just as important to their file as their medical history.
Why are you still treating him like your patient? Isn't he kind of beyond redemption now?
Redemption and medical
That
treatment
may
are
be
two
true,
different things.
But a patient is a patient, regardless of the choices that bring them to my care.
Yeah.
One last thing, head nurse. Please keep everything you know about this potion a secret. It would be for the best if most of Fontaine knows nothing of its existence. I know my fellow officers and I will be able to sleep easier if that's the case.
Of course, not to worry.
Thank you for understanding.
Thank you.
I'll take my leave then.
So long.
So, Sigewinne, did you really use that potion yourself?
Why do you sound so surprised, Paimon? I told you all about it.
Again,
It was quite a
and it's just a
while
game
ago.
thing or probably because of OBS or something.
You mean that story about the witch and the potion? So it was really, actually, genuinely a true story?
Yes, it
No.
really actually genuinely was.
Yes, it really actually genuinely was. Making that potion.
There are some secrets I can't tell anyone about. But considering everything we've been through together, I know I can trust you with them. Before I tell you though, could you follow me somewhere? I want to pay my respects to an old friend.
Of course.
Sure. No. No, Are we gonna go to the fucking grave of the little girl who died? Or like she like may have gotten older and just died, but or she died from being sick or something. Okay, where are we going? Okay, down here. I mean, I seriously doubt we're gonna be paying respect to a witch or anything. So it has to be the girl who she helped. And she probably comes here all the freaking time to pay her respects to her.
Rev the engines!
Is this gonna make me cry like, oh, a chest? Is this gonna make me cry like a baby? Which I don't mind, especially with this game, because it's just so fucking good.
Ooh, look! Oh god, it's Risley, Monsieur Neuvillette! Oh god.
Huh. Neuvillette and Risley, they're here too.
It's Risley and Monsieur Neuvillette. Watch your fucking mouth, Paimon.
Good to see you, traveler.
Hi.
I trust all has been going well for you.
Yes, sir.
Big news, everyone. The
Good
Udex is out of
news,
his office
everyone.
on important business.
Is that genuinely something people would consider big news?
Yeah, considering Neuvillette never comes out of his fucking office for the most part. Seeing him out and about, it's like, the Udex is actually out and about? He's oot and a boot? Somebody call Charlotte. She needs to report on this right away. Go ask him some questions. Monsieur Neuvillette, what made you actually step outside and want to touch grass today? Okay, thank you.
Why wouldn't they? Important business is a big deal.
Ah, yes, you're quite right. When someone you care about requires emotional support, being there for them at the right time and place is of the utmost importance. After reading the Maréchal Phantom's reports, I had a feeling a trip here might be in order.
Take note. That, my friends, is how Monsieur Neuvillette
Monsieur.
shows that he cares. We're both here for the same
Aw.
purpose, actually, to accompany Sigewinne as she pays her respects to her late teacher.
So
Oh,
the
her
old
teacher.
friend she mentioned was her
Okay.
teacher then?
Wait,
The
the witch? The witch!
Oh, sorry. Paimon didn't
Oh, yeah, I don't
mean
have to worry
rude.
about
It's
crying
only 'cause
now.
Sigewinne calls her that all the time, so...
I doubt she considers that title to be offensive, Paimon. Don't worry.
Indeed. In fact, I believe Sigewinne would take it as a sign of affection. She has spoken of this doctor on many occasions, and it sounds like she was a truly generous individual. In those days, many people harbored prejudices against Melusines. She was the only teacher willing to take Sigewinne on as a student.
Wow. It's really nice of you two to be here for Sigewinne.
Well, they care about
Guess
her.
you guys really look out for your younger colleagues, huh?
Younger? Sigewinne is
Younger
older
colleague.
than Risley.
Well, that might be true for the Udex, but I'm not sure I can say the same.
And I don't know how, like, at least this incarnation, Neuvillette, I think she probably might be old, because Neuvillette, like, cause even though he's the Hydro Dragon, this is just another version of him, because the other, he's died before, and this is like a reincarnation. So this version is only 500. So I think Sigewinne may be around the same age or older than him as well.
Sigewinne served a sentence in the fortress of Meripede hundreds of years ago, and after she did her time, she decided to stick around. She's been an integral part of our administration ever since.
Hundreds
Strictly
of years
speaking,
ago.
The head nurse has been around longer than most people in the fortress, myself included. Pretty sure that makes me the younger colleague.
Not
She
just
served a sentence?
she committed. The only crime she's committed is being fucking adorable.
Yes, long
Yes.
before I became Udex, there was an ancient law in Fontaine that prohibited any attempt to transform another species into a human. Initially, I and most researchers believed this law to have been imposed due to ethical concerns. But now, it seems more likely that the law was nothing more than an insurance policy, a way for Egeria to ensure that her people would remain insulated from the truth, thus enabling them to lead more straightforward, happier lives.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Sigewinne had her reasons for choosing to obtain a human form, but the act was nonetheless in clear violation of the law.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what happened back then?
Of course.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Sigewinne does not object to her close friends learning about her history. In fact, I first learned of it myself because she confessed the truth to me of her own volition.
Is it confessional?
Even with their daughter so ill, they kicked you out?
The witch!
Stubborn as always. And prejudice isn't a disease I can cure either.
Some things can't be cured.
Shame that I don't have the energy to get over there. You're laughable, you old witch. You want to save everyone in Fontaine, but you can't even save the patient before you.
Master, what are you...
I discovered a strange disease, one I suspect that every Fontainian suffers from. But without witnesses or proof, no one will believe me. I had no choice but to experiment on myself to find a cure, but I hit a wall. And as you can see, it took a wretched toll on me.
Then I'll find a cure for you, and then you can go cure her.
There's no need. I am beyond saving now. There's nothing you can do.
But, Master...
As I said before, a doctor's duty is to treat whatever ailments they can.
I know, but they don't trust me at all.
That girl. She's your first ever patient, isn't she? Tell me, what cost are you willing to bear to see her cured?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means breaking the law and being punished for it?
Well, now we know that the witch and, her doctor or, her master were just one and the same. Here we are thinking that it was, here I was thinking it was like some powerful witch, like, not exactly someone in the Hexen Circle, but something similar, someone powerful. But no, it was just this woman.
As long as I don't hurt anyone. Yes.
She's so pure. So innocent.
Spoken like a true student of mine. Then I shall make one more final gamble. And see my experiment through to its end. Leave me for now, and come back in 2 hours. If I am able to work this miracle, then I will have found a way to save all Fontainians, and I shall be able to help you treat that girl. If not, then it means there is one more disease in this world that I cannot treat. In that case, do not come looking for me. I will leave you a parting gift. An accidental discovery happened upon through my study of this strange disease. It has little use, but it will at least help you cure this one patient you can reach.
When Sigewinne returned, the miracle had not occurred. She found a potion bottle and a note on the table. After using the potion as instructed, she gained her current form, breaking Fontaine's law in the process. And after I had confirmed the veracity of the events, I gave my verdict.
So
well, that must have been hard for him.
happened.
Her teacher sacrificed herself.
I fear Sigewinne only understood the full story after the truth about the dissolution of Fontainians was uncovered. When I reflected on all this with that knowledge in hand, I felt a deep sense of regret. As I use the law to uphold justice, there are times when I cannot help but acknowledge its ruthlessness. After the final details of the events surrounding Sigewinne's transformation came to light, I checked several sources and, thankfully, the legal code does not require Sigewinne to shoulder any additional punishment.
Wonder how she feels about all this.
Since she invited you here, I imagine she intends to speak of these matters with you, no?
So, I heard you want to take down the Archons. I'm right here, bitch. No.
On behalf of the Maréchal Phantom, I would like to once again thank the Fortress of Meripede for your assistance in the response to yesterday's prison break.
Our head nurse and the Traveler and Paimon did most of the heavy lifting, I would say.
Sigewinne seems to be in good spirits. I trust work hasn't been too hard on her lately?
Well, she might be the only permanent medical staff in the fortress, but there's plenty of people with medical knowledge willing to help her out.
I am most relieved to hear it.
The way you're asking after her well-being makes you sound like a concerned parent.
No.
Well, I won't lie. I've always seen myself that way.
Showing your
That's
age
so
a bit there, don't you
sweet.
think?
Indeed. Actually, I often forget just how much older I am than you.
Well, while we're on the topic, what did you do before getting this job anyway? Spend all day swimming in the sea from east to west and then north to south?
Yeah, what did he
Yes,
do?
and, from the surface to the ocean floor on occasion.
Wow. Impressive.
Apologies, that was merely an attempt at humor. You can disregard what I said.
That's impossible, I'm afraid. My imagination's already running wild.
Or swimming wild. Yeah, I kind of wonder that too. What did Neuvillette do before he became Udex? Wait, what am I doing? CG, what are you doing? Why are you over there? I thought you were, like, over there.
You're here.
Here, I thought there was going to be a grave, but there is no grave because there's no body. Because she was dissolved. She dissolved herself.
The old friend I mentioned was my teacher. When she passed, her body was nowhere to be found. All that's left of her is an empty tomb. And even that's deep underwater now.
Sigewinne, the witch who gave you the magic potion, she was your teacher, wasn't she?
Sounds like Monsieur Neuvillette filled you in.
After learning the truth, it must have been hard to process, huh?
Well, to be honest, after I realized what really happened that night, my first thought was that it kind of made sense. It seemed exactly like the sort of thing she would do.
But she was planning to sacrifice herself and never told you.
Well, it's the same kind of sacrifice that Sigewinne made for her friend. She sacrificed her friend knowing her in order to save her friend. So her teacher sacrificed her own life so that Sigewinne could get what she wanted, and that was to look like a human so she could fulfill her wish of being a doctor.
Alright, but why did you turn yourself in?
I felt bad afterwards.
I broke the law, simple as that. My teacher made her choice, and I made mine.
True. It's just the way Patton framed it when he was asking you all those questions, it made Paimon really mad. You're not like him at all, and everything Neuvillette said confirms that. And yet, you were still convicted and thrown in prison.
That's how the law works, Paimon.
It just feels so unfair.
Unfair? I happen to think just the opposite. If I hadn't served that time, I'm not sure I would have been able to stay strong when he was questioning me.
What makes you say that?
I knew you'd be curious. Let me tell you a story.
A long, long time ago.
The verdict came down. This Melusine is guilty. The Udex defended the authority of Fontaine law, but he did not confiscate the Melusine's medical kit. And so, the Fortress of Meripede gained a new little doctor. She still wore her hood and raincoat, even though it never rained in the fortress. Perhaps thanks to her human appearance, no one refused her treatment. She treated more and more patients, and her sentence grew ever shorter. Finally, the people of the fortress could not live without her, and though her sentence ended, she did not leave them either. Then one day, she received an invitation from the outside world. The location seemed familiar, and when she arrived, an old lady was waiting for her. She saw right through the Melizine's disguise, but didn't reveal it. Instead, she asked a question.
Tell me, why do you think you gained the respect of so many people, despite being a Melazine?
Because I look like a human?
It's been 50 years, Sigewinne, and you haven't aged a day. I think everyone knows you are not human. I finally found you, after all these years. I still remember, you know. It was you who saved me that night.
But how? I was no longer a Melazine by then.
Does it really matter if you're human or Melazine? I remember the warmth of your palm. It's quite unmistakable. And you know what? It hasn't changed one bit. You don't have to hide anymore, Sigewinne. These days, everyone wants to make friends with Melazines. And I think that it's all because of you. I'm sorry I couldn't say this until now, but thank you, Dr. Melazine.
Now that's an ending Paimon can get behind.
God, seriously, fuck this game. Fuck, this game's so fucking hard. Oh my god.
After hearing everything Potton said,
Ugh.
I wanted to tell him that it didn't matter who he looked like on the outside. But it was too late. The warmth in his palm had already disappeared. I tried to treat him, but the roots of his problem had nothing to do with his face. I understand. Thanks, you two. I appreciate you being here for me while I talk this through.
Oh, it's nothing. Our pleasure.
Oh, there's one more reason I invited you here. It's about time I finally give you what I promised. In order to restore the appearances of the face-swapping victims, the Marechaussee Phantom gave me special permission to make a few bottles of that potion. And I made one extra just for you two.
We don't need it though. Shouldn't we destroy it?
No.
Well, even if you chose to destroy it, I still thought I should give it to you first. You two did so much for me. How could I break my promise?
Well, fair enough, but anyway, Paimon's definitely not interested in this stuff anymore. Still, if this is the very last bottle in all of Teyvat, getting rid of it would feel like kind of a waste. Maybe we can give it a special meaning somehow. Oh, Paimon's got it! Melazine physiology wasn't affected by the Great Flood, right? So that means the potion should have a permanent effect on you. In that case, what do you say, Sigewinne? Ever thought about transforming back to the way you used to look?
Nope.
After all, from a Melazine point of view, Paimon bets Melazines look the cutest of all.
Paimon.
Paimon, after everything, do you really think it matters whether I'm Melazine or a human?
Well... What was Paimon thinking? You made up your mind a long time ago. Yeah, let's just destroy this thing.
No, let's not destroy it. But asking her something stupid like that, like knowing that she could, I mean, in the end, it looked like her friend did still remember her just by the touch, you know, of her palm. But she still unknowingly didn't, I mean, she didn't know that when it happened. She was willing to give up her friendship with this girl just so she can cure her. She became human for that purpose, so why would she want to go back to being a regular Melazine?
Leave it to me.
Think, Paimon, think! It's absolute cinema. You know what? You know what'd be better right now? You know what's better than Sigewinne? Like, you know what's better than Sigewinne? I will tell you exactly what's better than Sigewinne.
Anesthetic?
2 Sigewinnes! 2 Sigewinnes! Oh my god, cuteness overload. Cuteness overload. But, yeah. Yeah, so, absolute cinema. Like I said, Hoyo can really tell a good story when they want. You know, get the waterworks going. But, yeah, it just... Once again, I think I was right on the money with the whole, you know, what the meaning, not really what they were setting out to do, but the whole story. People are trying to make a quick buck. People are trying to find instant ways of making themselves look better without thinking about the long-term effects it might have, you know, by rubbing all these weird chemicals on your face. And then suddenly half your face is fucking melting off. So, yeah, I mean, real life lesson there.
No, I didn't put a sticker on your back.
So sweet. But, yeah, and the whole, with her going to the lengths of becoming human, even if it meant that the girl that she was treating wouldn't remember her. Her teacher sacrificing herself so that way she could become human. I mean, come on. Hoyo, why can't all your stories be like this? And why do you have to engage in such shitty stuff sometimes? We want you to succeed. You are such great storytellers. We want you to succeed. Just increase some pull rates and stop doing shady shit and we'll be fine. But 3 hours, Jesus. Anyway, I'm glad I did this. This was a really good one. But, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.